You're watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories happening right now. Topping the list for us tonight, a young woman's life has drastically changed after a tragic accident off East Emory Road 1 year ago. We first told you about Madison Harbor last fall when her rescuers were honored. Madison is 23 now. She tells us she's come a long way since being injured in that crash that happened when she was pulling out of her subdivision. At first, she couldn't even stand, much less walk, but after several surgeries and grueling physical therapy sessions, Madison is walking again. Her steps toward recovery are a work in progress, but she says she is thankful to those who helped save her life, a life that she now says she looks at in a different way.
I try to spend more time with the ones I love and care about, say I love you more, and, just be present more with those people that mean the most to you.
Knox County Rescue and Rural Metro Fire both assisted following Harbor's accident last year. Next on our list, a crash involving a school bus in downtown Knoxville sent 2 people to the hospital this morning. It happened along South Gay Street at West Church Avenue. According to Knoxville Police, a Jeep ran a red light and then hit the bus, causing it to veer off the roadway. Fortunately, no children were on board at the time, but both drivers, we understand, were taken to the hospital with minor injuries. We're told charges are pending against the driver of the Jeep. And speaking of crashes, 2 people are facing charges tonight after a chase came to an end early this morning. I want to give you a look here at video from the end of that chase along Magnolia Avenue. The Knox County Sheriff's Office says everything started when deputies tried stopping a stolen SUV that was pulling a trailer belonging to the Sheriff's Office. 2 Sheriff's Department cruisers were hit in the process. At one point, the Sheriff's Office says the chase made its way into Granger County before again ending here in Knoxville. Knox County Sheriff's Office says Lawrence Huffman Jr. and Ashley Collins were taken into custody. They are each facing several charges tonight. The Sheriff's Office adds the 2 have arrest warrants on file outside of Knox County. Next on the Big 7, a big day for the new interim chief of Knoxville Police. Mark Fortner was sworn in to the temporary role during a ceremony at KPD headquarters. What you're looking at here is video of the event shared by the police department. This comes as former Knoxville Police Chief Eve Thomas began her retirement on May 1st. Fortner will serve as interim chief of police until June 13th. That's when Paul Noel will take the helm at KPD. Noel began his law enforcement career in 1997 and comes to Knoxville from New Orleans. Next up, the teen arrested in connection to a double homicide in Greene County last month has now officially been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. This case dates back to April 24th when the bodies of 7-year-old Jesse Allen and his 59-year-old grandmother, Sherry Cole, were found by TBI investigators inside their Chuckey, Tennessee home. The Greene County Sheriff's Department reports that bloody tools were found along with pools of blood. The juvenile suspect in this case went to court today for the first time for a juvenile detention hearing. Court heard testimony from 4 witnesses and, quote, found that there was probable cause to believe the juvenile committed the offenses. The suspect will be held in a juvenile detention facility until a transfer hearing in August. It's at that time the suspect could be tried as an adult pending the results of the transfer hearing. However, according to defense attorney Grace Stutter, there are 3 things that must first be considered.
First, that the child committed the offense. Second, that they're not committable to a mental institution. And third, that it would serve the interests of the community for them to remain detained.
We'll continue to follow this case for you and let you know when we learn more. We are staying in Greene County for our next Big 7 story, where a man was found dead in his living room after his house caught fire last night. This happened at a home in Limestone, Tennessee. When firefighters arrived, they entered the home to find the body of 67-year-old James Catchings in the living room. His body has been sent for an autopsy. Now the Greene County Sheriff's Office fire investigator, along with TBI's Bomb and Arson Division, are looking into what caused the fire. We should note the Limestone Volunteer Fire Department had to return to the scene this morning to put out the remaining hotspots. And next on the Big 7, a Detroit man is facing charges for allegedly trying to buy almost 3 pounds of fentanyl in Knoxville. Investigators reportedly used a confidential source to set up a deal with Antoine Winbush to deliver the fentanyl at a gas station on Western Avenue. The Knox County Sheriff's Office and FBI agents say prior to arresting Winbush, they obtained recorded phone calls between him and an informant that indicated Winbush knew he was coming from Detroit to pick up the drug. Authorities believe that Winbush is heavily involved in drug trafficking. Supreme Court justices met behind closed doors today for the first time since that unprecedented leaked draft of a Supreme Court opinion revealed the high court could be close to overturning Roe v. Wade. Meanwhile, Democrats now making a push to get voters to the polls this November to weigh in on the matter. It comes after a failed attempt in the U.S. Senate yesterday to pass a federal law guaranteeing abortion rights. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer promising that despite the defeat, Democrats plan to raise the issue again and again and again between now and November.
Elect more MAGA Republicans if you want to see a nationwide abortion ban.
While Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell has floated the idea of a national abortion ban if Republicans win control of Congress this fall. According to a new Monmouth University poll released just today, abortion and the economy are the top two election issues for voters this year. A House panel has issued subpoenas to House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy and 4 other GOP lawmakers as part of its probe into the violent January 6 insurrection. The January 6 panel's subpoenas come as the investigation is winding down. The panel is investigating McCarthy's conversations with then President Donald Trump the day of the attack, plus meetings the 4 other lawmakers had as the former president and his aides worked to overturn his 2020 election defeat.